The sponsorship brought to you by Energizer batteries. Get it now in stores, and it traces the power, and get it yours right now. Hey people, out of running out of the sponsorships. I want to tell you folks, this is something very, very serious going on in the people who watches television or any sorts of cable programming televisions. And first of all, I want to bring you guys some information that I found out that many of the TV shows that featured like ABC, Fox, CBS, many other channel programming had a large amount of cancellations, including the biggest blow is ABC. ABC is canceling numerous of shows, and so far they included the Marvel's Agent Carter, and it's not going to be able to continue for the third season, and somehow the project on the Marvel's Most Wanted is canceled. I think ABC kind of hurt Marvel's future projects. I think they didn't prove much what they have, but with Agent Shield would succeed, which they should have brought another spin-off beginning in the first place, but then ABC pulled the plug. They were casting on the cast quickly as possible. They're ready to do it, but the ABC decided to not to. So I think ABC is going to be a big, huge loss of viewers than Fox. And Fox has canceled their big comedy lineup. So things are not doing well for cable television. I think cable television is going to go bad. Based on the basic cable, people had been occupied watching like The Flash, watching, definitely it was Agency, but it was enough viewers that it can bring. Many people may end up not getting their own personal TV shows. Other than one of the TV shows, Nashville, can officially cancel after 4 seasons, same as Franklin Bash. It's very, very rough. It's very, very rough for the people who love and enjoy the show. I'm telling you, folks. I think this is a big loss. Show Castle has been canceled. Big, huge cable lineups. It's not very good at all. Not a good sign. Not a, basic local channels. What they have, it was not proving what they have to gain their viewers. So, I mean, they trying to rely on the viewers, and viewers could not pay enough attention to their programming. Another thing, I want to talk about what is the most disappointing as yet, but I did find out that the show Castle canceled because of they missing a star, and it's very, very effective. This is very, very personal stuff in the beginning. My suggestion over here, Netflix is the number one source that can save television programs. I think this is going to be a new step. I think people is going to have to switch up Hulu Plus and Netflix from now on without cable television. And and they can tell cable providers they want internet only, no cable. So I think this is going to be bad. This is not a good sign. They need to work something a little bit, a little more resourceful, and what were things can they bring the interest to the viewers. Doesn't sound like personal to me, but they are gonna try their best. Further ado, I think this is gonna be another role that we've seen about television cable companies are not doing physically well. Based what they believed in, they didn't seem to interest to bring next upcoming TV shows. It's not even worth it to watch them anyways on their television networks because they can't projected something new, and they said they were going to do it, and they hired a person to do that so they can present the network with the interest, and they accepted it, but somehow they just pulled the plug. I don't think they in the mood. It's very, very bad. It's not going to be a good thing. I think ABC is going to lost a huge amount of viewers what they had, and they're gonna have to narrow it down by less amount of shows. Guys like Last Man Standing just hanging there. Definitely had to have interest sealed. I don't know if any other programs available once upon a time such and such, but Grey's Anatomy still hanging there big time. They can't produce any more better programs on television. They took it very, very low in the heart, and this is sad for TV show fans. People watch serious drama, what they would need to watch. It's just personal thing. It's very, very disappointing. I really do believe here in this is my aspect right here on this mega blog show. I wanted to inform that if you guys get like Hulu Plus, Netflix, or even HBO subscriber, if you get HBO on demand, you don't have to go through the cable company. I heard you can go sign up and you pay monthly on that service. So HBO is the number one brand. I think there's a new show coming up. It's The Ballers. Ballers is going to be on there. Not a lot of TV programs are going to show on cable. They're going to jump to internet streaming. So I think this is going to be a perfect step, a perfect sign. I think like between shows cancellations, they need to save the show by putting into Netflix, and people is gonna beg on it whatever it takes. It's been sad that people love the shows so much they cannot bring the interest what they have in their own aspect. I think it's gonna be very tough. I think the ways I've been watching the show, this is going to be a big, huge blow loss. CBS is no longer going to air Supergirl. She just moved to the CW. And the CW has better DC Universal TV shows than any other program in sight. So I think, right now, you got USA Network or the CW hanging in there from the balance. Guys like TNT aren't that great, except for basketball. And many Ted Turner networks are not that well enough to hold the TV shows. Fox, they got something better than NBC. ABC doesn't have a good shows. ABC, is losing a lot of viewers. I think ABC is the biggest problem. CBS, somehow they have better programming, but they have low money budget. So this is not what we're hoping to see more coming TV shows. And I can't inform you guys anything new. I can't inform any changes. I can't inform what's gonna happen next. I can't inform anything. It's like it happens, and people are getting upset. I'm physically getting upset too. If I was the fans too, many people lost their interest towards cable television. I think cable television is gonna go bad. I think it's gonna be all going bad. This is gonna be a very, very tough loss, huge loss. This is really, very brutal for us people to see what they're gonna have to suffer. My personal issue thing that we take a view on this, and my own ability that I looked into each program of TV shows, and I think this is gonna be the ways that we need to talk about. I think we need ways to think what we can bring towards the people's interest on whatever the program you need to watch. I know the previous year there's some USA have been canceling numerous of shows. They only had 2 or 3 programming left, and one is gonna be finish up the final season called Royal Pains. That's another one I can inform you guys about. I think this a way that we believe that many television programming doesn't have what it takes, and I think a lot of people is going to rely on a network called the CW, and the CW is the only one they can watch, and that's it's going to happen. I think the CW has what it takes because they're part of the Warner Brothers company, and carriers like CBS, NBC, Fox, trouble hanging on in. Gotham is hanging out strong on Fox, but this is not whatever. I think mostly comedy TV shows is not doing well. They canceling so much. Every time they bring something new, they don't have enough strong human storylines than what's the Joe Lopez show from the old days or anything like the Goldbergers, But I think ABC is trying to hang their comedy big than the drama series. I didn't have any any other interest of what other TV shows should I watch. I don't think there's gonna be any of them. So many comedy shows that's out there that is popular. I didn't found that funny, to be honest. But the show like Last Man Standing is the funniest, I believe, in my opinion. I do believe that has a ways to kick out humor, and we believe that this is the interest that recommend for people to watch their show with Tim Allen and so on and so forth. So tough luck for the people viewers. I mean, watch whatever is best out there and keep looking, read online, keep looking up online, read online, write the trailers and check it out, and things will get better. Okay, remember folks, Monday is Sports Blog, and we're going to go on Wednesday. I'm going to rearrange the next upcoming blog shows around this summer. I'm going to have to see what I can do. So comment below and hit like and let me know what you guys thoughts. I want to see you comments and say what shows do you miss the most? Okay, see you later and bye.